Good afternoon, traders. My name is Tomasz Wiśniewski. I'm a chief analyst in Alpari Research and Analysis, and this is a daily analytical report where we'll try to find some good trading occasions on the market. And we start, as always, with macro calendar, and I will tell you what's going on the markets fundamentally. Yesterday, actually, from the last 2 days, we had a small reversal on the markets in terms of the value of the American dollar. Fundamentally, it's explained with the small disappointment with the Republicans' tax plan. Now we can see that the American dollar is getting a bit stronger, and this is explained in a way that we are expecting strong non-farm payrolls number, right? We expect that the US economy gained over 310,000 jobs, which, well, we are post hurricane, and that is explained as a rebound after this smaller number last month. So we are expecting a nice number. That is why it is said that American dollar is going stronger. But for me, as a technical trader, I was expecting that last week on Thursday. And this scenario that we were telling you about is happening right now. So it's absolutely beautiful that the action that we expected that is going to happen last week is happening right now, and hopefully those traders who are with us use that for their profit. Apart from that, we do have strong oil as well, as we are about to see the OPEC. We are about to see them agreeing for extended supply cuts. So we are close to yearly highs on oil due to this information and those expectations. Today we had from the important numbers, we had market services PMI from UK, which came better than expected, although British pound has some problems. Well, it tries to rebound today, but has huge problems after recent drop. On the also what else we will Jerome Powell will be the next Fed chairman. Okay, and we are about to see the results from Apple. Also, about tax plan, I told you, and yeah, that would be it. So we can now see the situation from the technical point of view. First, yeah, we can start with Euro to British pound, where we can see this rebound. Here, British pound is trying to regain momentum here after very bad session yesterday when we had rate decision and a statement and speech from Mark Carney, and all that was negative for British pound. Now we are seeing an attempt for a recovery. So if we are seeing that, traditionally, let's measure the potential target for this, and as always, 38.2 seems pretty reasonable place for a bounce. Maybe a little bit here, a bit lower. Yeah, I would say that even lower than 38.2. That green area seems like a reasonable place for a reversal. We'll have the uptrend line here at 38.2 and those latest lows and highs. Euro dollar, as expected. That's very, I'm very happy with this would happen to euro dollar, because that was like the greatest technical setup ever. I would even see, would like to see the Fibonacci's. Yes, exactly. Maybe other than the, let it be black. So guys, why is like the greatest price action setup? Well, head and shoulder, broken neckline from the head and shoulder here. Neckline usually becomes, well, broken support usually becomes a resistance, and we approach this resistance with a flag formation here. And also that retraced 38.2 Fibonacci here, 38.2 of this downswing, and also the price created a beautiful shooting star here on a H4 chart. So every single sign possible is pointing south. Bounce from a resistance from the neckline of the head and shoulder formation. Flag, bearish flag, 38.2, and also a shooting star. So this has like the highest score from the price action point of view. Unfortunately, if we wouldn't have any important data, that would be absolutely amazing. But unfortunately, we do have non-farm payrolls, so non-farm payrolls can destroy this beautiful technical setup. Sometimes this is just fundamental analysis just helps the technicals. We will see if that will be the case in our current situation. Hopefully yes. Hopefully we'll get good number, a big number, much higher than expectations, and American dollar will get stronger. Not because I would like to trade it, but because I would like to see, well, I would like to trade it as well, but I would like to see the beauty of price action here. I would like to see how the one of the greatest price action setups that I've seen in a while. I would like to see how it works. That it works. We'll see. In 22 minutes. Gold is struggling, and it does not look good. So gold had a chance to end this correction. This correction restricted with the red line, but they failed to break the downtrend line here. The price created a flag. There is a shooting star as well here. This flag is promoting a downswing. This bounce from this resistance is promoting a downswing, and what we are looking for is another test of this area. Why this area is so important? Well, first of all, horizontal support from August, horizontal support from October, from the end of October, from the beginning of October, end of October, and we are about to see this now. Also on a daily chart, a bounce from the long-term uptrend line, also bounce from the long-term downtrend line here, also 61.8 of the latest upswing and 38.2 of the long-term upswing. So as you can see, this area marked with a green color is absolutely totally important for gold. Bitcoin, well, that's pretty amazing. So we had a huge volatility after we broke $7,000. It didn't reverse, so well, yes, we do have this horizontal resistance on 7,430, dollars, but Bitcoin is not respecting any resistances. They just fly away. After this drop here, that's just the upswing just accelerated, right? And silver. Silver is in a much better shape than gold. After a huge upswing, what we have here is the sideways trend locked in this rectangle. If we will have weaker number of non-farm payrolls, the price should go higher and aim 17.4. Currently, as long as we stay above 16.8, 16.9 actually, 16.85, as long as we stay above this area, the sentiment is definitely positive. Australian dollar to American dollar scenario is absolutely the same as with euro dollar. So what we have here is this, and this, it's also a flag. Horizontal resistance is more of here, and we are expecting the price to test this horizontal, this dynamic support, which is 120 pips lower. American dollar to Canadian dollar. After an upswing, sideways trend. This sideways trend in theory promotes the test of this horizontal resistance here on 130. Which reverse gravity should work here, and we should get to this area quite soon. Maybe first after the test of this support and then here, but it will be hard because we are about to get one more time. It won't be only non-farm payrolls, but we'll have also data from Canada. So this movement here today should be directional, like it shouldn't be like a small movement, bounce, and a big movement, but straight away we should see a significant strong movement here. WTI tested that resistance, created a pin bar, bouncing of this resistance, which could be considered as a negative sign. Well, at least, definitely not as a sign for a reversal, but at least as a sign for taking profit action, right? It was ignored yesterday. It's being ignored today. So apparently buyers have much bigger appetite, and they want to test higher levels, like for example $55 per ounce. American dollar to Mexican peso. This blue resistance is still working, but I guess it will be broken soon because we are having a constant pressure on this resistance. It does not look like it caused a massive reversal, right? I don't see a massive reversal here. I see a constant buying pressure here. I see the chart heading higher and higher and higher. That's not a significant bounce, that's a small bounce. So if the pressure will continue to rise, we can see an upswing here, a breakout. DAX, that's very nice. After the symmetric triangle, false breakout from the symmetric triangle, we get an upswing. We get one correction here. We get another upswing, and well, that was a rectangle, but that is a flag. And a bullish breakout and a continuation of this movement. Even despite the fact that we have this small drop today, it does not change the fact that the sentiment on DAX is positive. Australian dollar to New Zealand dollar. What we have here is a continuation of this flag. As long as we stay above the flag, the sentiment above the green line, the sentiment is positive. the price breaking the green line will change this flag into a channel down formation, which will not be actually the best for the buyers. But currently, as long as we are above this green area, the sentiment is positive. Green area, I mean green horizontal support. Dollar index, look at that, on euro dollar, we are in this flag and we are about to break the lower line of the flag, maybe like that. Head and shoulders, test of the neckline and the flag. On dollar index, we have head and the shoulders, inverted head and the shoulders, wedge. We didn't test the neckline, but we are breaking the upper line of the wedge. So dollar index has already buy signal. Euro dollar has also sell signal, but not proven right now. By one of the factors, right? Because on euro dollar, it's not proven by a breakout of the lower line of the flag. On dollar index, it's proven by the breakout of the upper line of the wedge. But we didn't test the neckline properly, right? Euro to Japanese yen continues the false breakout schedule, false breakout pattern. So we have a false breakout of this horizontal support here, and then price returned. The price came back and is aiming higher, which promotes further upswing. So we should see the test of 134 yens for 1 euro. British pound, British pound to American dollar, so cable is trying to retrace the recent drop. Again, it's not happening in a random place. We have a combination of three supports. Horizontal one here, dynamic one exactly here, if we would be precise with those lows. Horizontal, dynamic here, and dynamic here, right? So as long as and it actually helps to create us trading signal. So once this support will be broken, like here, breakout of this support should trigger a buy signal. Sell signal, I'm sorry, breakout of this support should trigger us a sell signal. And British pound to Australian dollar after this drop is trying to reverse, to retrace this. As you can see, it's happening on all pairs with British pound, so we shouldn't be surprised. So we are testing why this pink line is relevant. Well, we can see that on a daily chart. It was relevant since December 2016, January 2017, here. It was a support, it got broken. So now, again, support will be tested as a closest resistance. A bearish price action here should trigger a sell signal, and quite good sell signal, to be honest with you. Maybe Fibonacci lines will help us with estimation of the potential target. Like now, 38.2, that's a good place to sell. Like now, stop loss somewhere here and take profit somewhere here. That's actually a nice position in terms of the risk to reward ratio as well. Not as good as on euro dollar, for example, right? Because I didn't tell you about the risk to reward ratio here, but yes, but going short here, stop loss here, it's like 50 pips, and the potential target for this movement is 360, right? So it's quite good, and we should aim for setups like that. American dollar to Canadian dollar. sideways trend for the last few trading days. Very boring, not totally not interesting. Horizontal support, horizontal resistance. As long as we stay between them, there is no trading signal here yet. American dollar to Russian ruble is testing horizontal resistance here. Any bearish price action can be a good sell signal. So far we are trying like to draw a shooting star here. We will see if we will succeed, but well, it looks promising so far. We'll see what will be the outcome of this situation. Obviously we'll find that out in 9 minutes. American dollar to Polish zloty. Polish zloty is a bit stronger than ruble, as we can see the situation here. So we are fighting here. Buyers are fighting to create the right shoulder of this inverse head and shoulder formation. Left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. Only creation of the right shoulder will not be significant enough. What we should see for buy signal here is breakout of 23.6 Fibonacci, and breakout here will open away to 38.2. And sellers are fighting for a denial of this formation and come back to the channel down formation. And denial of the inverse head and shoulder formation will be here once the price will break the lower line of this wedge actually. S&P 500 is doing what it is always doing, so V-shape reversal here. Why not? Why not? That helped to estimate here the horizontal support. Here there's one thing. Yes, we do have a horizontal support, but at the same time some of you may see the head and shoulder formation here. So left shoulder, head and right shoulder, and yes, that actually can be a head and shoulder formation. But the thing is that well, I wouldn't look for a big profit from here. Yeah, this support maybe will be used here, this level as a support, and a further drop would be kind of surprising. New Zealand dollar to Singaporean dollar, look at that. Speaking about our forecasts, so at the end of October we said that we are expecting the price to test the the recent broken support. So we had broken support, this first orange one, and after the breakout we were expecting that it will be tested as a resistance, and that's actually what happened, right? The price went there, tested it, tests it right now. What we should expect is a bounce and a further drop. We'll see if it's gonna happen. So far so good. So this short-term upswing was expected and it happened. American dollar to Japanese yen. Definitely this pair will be influenced by the non-farm payrolls. As we said, although we are below the horizontal resistance here, we can be optimistic because we do not see a huge supply here. The price is not dropping. We are waiting for the price actually to break the resistance here. There are more chances for a bullish breakout. Obviously, remember in 5 minutes we have non-farm payrolls, so it's not gonna be like a technical decision. It will be purely fundamental impulse, and we'll see which way it will go. Potentially we should see a bullish breakout here. Okay guys, we do have 5 minutes to non-farm payrolls, so stay sharp. Remember that sometimes technical analysis can go together with fundamentals, but sometimes it goes quite the opposite. There's no rule here. All I want you to do is to stay safe on the market and watch your trades carefully. So non-farm payrolls in for 4.5 minutes. Stay sharp, stay safe, and we will see each other in half an hour where we will have a webinar about candlesticks and price patterns. Thanks very much and goodbye.